Did anybody hear Joe Thornton's quote about McLellan?
Yeah, he basically said right now he's dealing with his family, but maybe you should be dealing with this family. So there's obviously a discord there between the coach and the star player, and obviously the star player and the general manager had some issues a few weeks ago. So who knows what's going to happen with that team?
Well, that's kind of nasty, though, isn't it? I would have expected more of Joe.
Same here. That's why I.
Yeah, but we don't know what he's going through, guys. I mean, there's something. Family's family. There might be something going on.
And he doesn't have to know, but obviously, Joe must have been into the soup. That's not very nice to say.
No, and the truth is, McLellan's got 1 year left in his contract. From all reports that I've heard, is that he would like to move on.
Yeah.
And just, because he's got 1 year, and you don't want your coach coaching with just 1 year on his contract. He's like a lame duck, and the players know it.
Yeah.
You can't
oh, no. He'll either be released or he'll have an extension.
Exactly.
I think he has an option, too, Phil, if Dougie gets fired. He has an option to leave.
How does Doug Wilson continue this job over there? How do we
he manages the same way as he played. He doesn't offend anyone. He doesn't do anything. He just doesn't have an impact. He doesn't have an impact. A very nice guy. But I'm with you, Phil. Have a look at his managerial career. He's taken a team that was formidable in the West and has taken them right down to 9th or 10th spot.
By the way, the comment that was made about the family is not. It was only basically deciding he was going to talk to his family, decide what he was going to do going forward, whether he was going to continue to coach or whether he was going to give up.
Yeah.
But the fact he's on a contract, you got to believe that the agent's going to tell him, like, you don't fold your hand first. You make them fold your hand, or else do something and find out where there's other opportunities. Bill, wouldn't you be doing that? You'd be finding out what there's other opportunities before telling the guy, pack it in.
Well, for Todd McLellan, there will be opportunities everywhere, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree with you, Billy.
Yeah, he's reputed to be a very good coach, and he's, obviously that situation in San Jose, it may be partly McLellan's fault, but it's a rat's nest. And they've got players that they don't want, they can't trade, and that has been a setback to the team. But I would think that McLellan would go to Detroit if Babcock leaves, in a New York second.
That's right.
If Babcock doesn't go to Toronto, then McLellan could go to Toronto. He could go to Buffalo. There's a lot of places that they'll make room for Todd McLellan.
And if the new GM comes in Boston, he could end up in Boston.
Yes,
if
sir.
He doesn't want, what's his name? Julian.
And that's what's interesting. We talked about the whole San Jose situation is about as disharmonious as there was in Toronto, but you don't hear a lot about it. Here
way out there.
It's a lot of problems are the exact same what happened here in Toronto, but you just don't hear about it.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the hardship of managing, coaching, and playing in Toronto. It's it's an open book. It's Facebook personified.
Good point, man.